Victor on the ride. How you doing today, man?
What's going on? Chilling, man. Enjoying my Sunday.
Alright, man. Sunday, fun day.
Yeah, well, for me, work day.
Yeah, I was about to say, you tell me your boss is, you go see your boss, so I'm like, it sounds like a work day for you.
Exactly. Well, it's payday, so you know I'm going to see the boss.
Alright, yeah. I don't blame you that.
For real.
That's what's up, man. So, Victor, you from around here?
I am. I've been out here for a minute. My father was military, so he got stationed to MacDill Air Force Base, transferred from Oklahoma. I've been out here ever since in Tampa, Florida, putting together things as far as this music goes, trying to create something different in the scene, you know, than what you hear on the radio and all that.
Alright, what kind of music you doing?
I do hip-hop music, but I do conscious hip-hop music, but my delivery is different. You know, I'm not afraid to jump on these new beats, you know what I'm saying, or anything like that. What we do is a different style than what you would normally hear out there, for sure.
For real? What's different about it?
The sound, the quality of beats that we use, the sound, the delivery, as far as lyrics, what we're talking about in our message. You're not gonna hear me be talking about my chain or my mansion or, you know, that I got 30 bitches, because that ain't realistic. That's not the life I'm living.
Right.
I'm living the everyday struggle, you know, just like an average Joe. But at the same time, we're not your average people, and we're not your average thinkers.
No, but I like that, because that's why I feel like music, rap started lacking at some point, was the connection to the real people on the, you know, on the streets, not the rich and famous, you know.
Oh, yeah, we got crazy drivers over here.
I know. See that? My life flashes before my eyes on a daily basis here in Tampa, Florida. Just let y'all know, you know, I'm still alive, thanks to somebody looking out for me.
But I got into an accident the other day, bro.
Word.
Freaking a lady hit me going 50 miles per hour. I'm in my Volkswagen. I'm headed on Waters in Tampa, Florida. Like I'm taking a left on Manhattan Street just to stop at this gas station, pump some gas. This lady comes out of nowhere. I had my turning signal, everything. She kind of like, what it was, the reason why I wasn't able to catch her in time is because she came from the same lane that I was in. And there was another car, there was a few cars like before that, you know what I'm saying, before her. So I wasn't able to see her. She just jumped into my lane when I was taking that left and fucking hit the vehicle so hard, she smashed the glass against my face. And the freaking door dented it. Like, dented into the point you can't even close it.
How about you? You alright?
I'm straight, man. I'm blessed, you know what I'm saying, to be alive, man. And that shit kicked off right before 2018 kicked in. So on New Year's Eve, believe it or not.
For real?
Yeah, so it was a pretty fucked up way to start the new year. But at the same time, I'm alive. I'm blessed. I got people helping me out. So I can't complain, you know what I'm saying? Right.
So hence the ride right now, huh? That's why you're taking the ride. Normally you have your own way.
This is it. Taking rides until I get my money up, you know what I'm saying? And dealing with the everyday struggle. But at the same time, I've never been one to fold quickly, you know what I'm saying? Just because obstacles and all these things start coming in your place. I got many other things besides that accident to be worried about right now.
Right. I love that. That's a great mentality, man. Made me even want to hear your music more, just hearing you say something like that. Yeah. So what made you get started in the music?
To be honest, I had a passion for music since a kid, because my dad used to always be playing these records around me, you know what I'm saying? When I was a kid, he'd be smoking a blunt, you know what I'm saying, chilling, and I'm kind of questioning, like, what is that? What are you listening to? And then I started asking those questions, you know, only to find out my dad was listening to some of the best artists known, legendary artists, Bob Marley, Lauryn Hill, you know, Isaac Hayes, you know what I'm saying, whatever it may be. So I started getting in tune with music that had meaning, you know, music that was powerful. Because what you hear right now on the radio, or like as far as this trap wave and all that stuff, that's not really considered music. That's just considered hot singles, you know what I'm saying? Or a hot jingle.
Right, just something to get you, something to dance in the club or something like that, right?
Exactly. I wanted to, you know, I make music like that too, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I wanted to make the message different. I still want to put, a message behind the music, so that, you know, that way if it's just one person listening, I done did my job, you know what I'm saying? I kind of feel like I owe it to the game, especially since, when you build something like a craft, when you build your lyrics and you start being able to use your mind and put it on paper and pen and actually record it, that's a blessing within itself. You know what I'm saying? Because just to even get up and be able to speak and use my freedom of speech, I gotta use it to every extent that I possibly can. Because it's an outlet. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, some people might deny it, but music saves people's lives at the end of the day. And everything that you say behind your music has a message and also a risk. You know what I'm saying?
For real, that's a great thing to mention, because that's why a lot of people actually even get in trouble or get the finger pointed. Like Eminem is a good person to mention that, where it's like somebody did something wrong and they blame the music because people forget to realize or neglect to realize how powerful music is and how much a message, man. I feel like the world, man, revolves with music. Like, it's really like this world would be dull and gray like us, if it wasn't.
Let's put it this way: if every artist, let's just talk about these trap wave artists, right? In the hip hop industry or whatever they want to call it. They're all, the majority of them at least, are all signed on 360 deals. So none of them are really getting paid. You know what I'm saying? They're only getting a certain percentage, while the rest of the people, their label and the people behind that label are getting paid. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones making the serious bread. So I say that to say this, because I stress it real bad to people, especially when they ask me, like, how do you do it? How do you get it together? It's important to be independent as an artist. And it's also important to express yourself, you know what I'm saying, through your music as an independent artist. Because it means everything. Think about it. The day they take away our freedom of speech, what do we have left? What do we have left? You know what I'm saying? If all these artists wanted to sign deals and let labels basically take away their ideas, because at the end of the day, when you sign a 360 deal, you are no longer eligible to have a say in your music. They're the ones who have a say in your music and what you put out. You know what I'm saying?
At that point, it's no longer your music.
It's no longer your music.
It's their music and it's what they want. You're basically a puppet, right?
Right. So your favorite artist in the industry right now, you're probably looking at him like, damn, well, he's balling. He's got money. He's got bitches. Like, what can I do that, you know what I'm saying, he's doing? You shouldn't. You should not even be on that mindset. You should be on the mindset, hey, I'm going to build me some money. I'm going to go ahead and establish my business as an independent label and, start pushing your brand.
What about the saying, fake it till you make it?
That works for some people. But if you're one of those people that you got to deal with realistic people that live in the real world, that shit ain't going to work for you. I mean, it'll slide, in the music industry, because the music industry is, filled with phonies. But at the same time, like, when you die, when you leave your legacy behind, is that the type of person that you wanted to be? I highly doubt that.
Right. So let me, not to cut you off, but I tell you, man, you're real well spoken, which makes me want to hear your music more and more. With that, I'm sure I'm not the only one. So let me see what you got, man. You got a little taste for everybody here?
Let me see. I said, I'll spit a little something off the top. I said, effortless, I'm all in, I'm never falling. This is my calling. Everyday brainstorm and smoke till I'm crashed out, baked in the morning. To be able to fire up when I want to me's a blessing. Bud stick like the tip of grow with scissors covered in resin. Heaven when I'm in this place doing it. I am not a disgrace. I give you a whole different type of taste. I am not pollution, trash, and waste. People out here spitting the basics, cause they ain't never been part of the matrix. I live through it. I get music. It's therapeutic for my mind, cause these whack rappers be sounding stupid. I don't want to hear nothing that they play on the radio, and that's the main reason that they will not play me though. It's all good, I understand it, gotta go independent. Do your own thing, nigga, don't be dependent on other people. I represent straight up intelligence, cause it's evident that we lack one as a president.
That's hot, man. That's definitely what's up, man.
So I mean, that ain't nothing. That's just whatever, we do this. Like, that's the thing at the end of the day, is like, when you an independent artist like myself, and you've been doing this for so long, and you notice how all these other whack-ass artists get into the game, you gotta put your foot ground, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like an OG call, you know what I mean? You gotta let them know what time it is. Because a lot of these dudes, they be talking about, oh yeah, I freestyle, I do this, I'm better, I'm, this and that. That's when you step up, show and prove at your highest peak. Even if you're not signed to a major label, that shouldn't scare you. If you're a confident artist, you believe in your craft, you got enough people backing you and supporting you, and enough people like, yo, vouching like, yo, I fucks with his music, he knows what he's doing with it. That's all that matters at the end of the day.
That's what's up, man. Definitely. Let me ask you, because we gotta wrap this up, but I just want to know, man, every time someone is rapping and they're real serious about it,
Yeah.
I'd like to know who would you give the most credit to that's in the game, or as you were growing up, maybe was your biggest inspiration?
Man, I'll tell you right now, I'll have to answer that, I'll have to start from here. My first album given to me as a kid when I was young, that my father actually purchased for me on my birthday, was Lauryn Hill, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. And that's a female rapper.
Yeah, but she does it all.
She does it all. When I was able to see her talent and listen to it, and then get inspired off of the message that she kind of put in my thoughts, you know what I'm saying? And I grew up off of that. I grew up off of Wu-Tang, you know what I'm saying? Artists that had a message behind their music. Yeah, they brought you that gritty street, you know what I'm saying, type of music, but at the same time it had a message.
Right.
That you had to decode. You either understood it or you didn't. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people didn't understand it, and that's why they still lost with it. But I get it, and I understand why they had to mature now. Now they don't sound like how they do before, because that's all part of the growth of an artist.
I'm gonna tell you a little secret. This is why people don't realize, and this is why I have so much respect for Wu-Tang and Eminem for the same purpose. And it's like the ingenious of their marketing.
Right.
So I love the business mentality and business part of aspect of everything. You know what I mean? If you're gonna make money, has business to part of it. So Wu-Tang, the RZA, he had them all doing that. The gimmick was the Shaolin monks and stuff like that.
Right.
Those movies that they used to watch. But when you listen to their music, it's about the real life streets. It's not about no movie about kung fu. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But they use that persona and those characters to draw people in to listen to and then people related to them. And that's what RZA did that. Try to do that with another group called the Grave Diggers. They're still become as popular.
I still remember them. Yeah.
But,
and on another aspect, not to interrupt you, but just go out there and start looking up on Google. Name one artist that has lasted as long as Wu-Tang has. Not even Eminem, who, you know what I'm saying, I vouch for sure. He's been in the game for a long time, but he's still got some years to go.
Right.
Name one artist that's been in the game as long as Wu-Tang and has been able to establish themselves as a brand, right? Where people start getting the logo tatted on them, where they got it on their shirt.
Right.
I don't see nobody walking around with a Little Pump T-shirt.
Well, there's only one person that comes to mind that did it bigger and better than everybody, and he's got that. He's got that everything you just said, and that's Jay-Z.
Oh, Jay-Z. Well,
Jay-Z. He's been doing longer. He's doing longer than Wu-Tang. He's got people, putting the emblem on the name. He's the biggest thing out there. So I give him mad credit.
I give him credit, but at the same time, he's not the greatest businessman, because he's had many people signed to his label and they just fall off or disappear, or he just forgets about it.
I say he did the biggest. I'll put it like that. But man, I'll tell you, we're gonna wrap it up because we're almost here, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate the conversation.
No doubt,
been
brother.
better than I thought. So definitely,
it's hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Music. Anytime we having a discussion like that,
before I forget though, what's your brand? What's your name? Where people can find you?
We're 81 Tree. You can find us on Facebook at 81 Tree Music. You can also find us at on Twitter.com. That's 81 Tree Music. On Twitter.com. You can find us on Instagram as well, 81tree/official. But at the same time, you can find me out here. If you ever in the Florida area, you're gonna see me everywhere out here. And we just trying to market ourselves. I'm not really worried about blowing up or none of that. We're independent. So at the end of the day, Our label makes money. We make the money. We're trying to make the profit and put it on in our pockets, not to people that are just empty and they don't have the same mindset as us. So
that's what's up, man. That's what's up. And what's the name you go by?
81 Tree. My name is Vic P. So I'm half third of 81 Tree, but my name is Vic P. That stands for Very Intelligent, Complicated Porter Rock. For those who do not know.
All right, that's what's up, man. I love definitely best of luck with everything, yo. You guys check him out for sure, man. Man, Vic P, man.
It's been a pleasure, brother.
I came in to help my people, to make a change.